Welcome back, everyone, to Crypto and More. So today we're going to look at Harmony. I talked about Harmony about a week ago. Um, I was mentioned that on this chart, actually, I should have started off on the BTC chart. On the Bitcoin chart, we have reached or we have passed an all-time high. Um, I think this is very, very. Was it a week ago? Now I have myself questioning. I forget what days we're on. I think it was a week ago. Today is Thursday. Yeah, it was about a week ago. Um, we have passed an all-time high. I'm assuming we were around here when I was talking about Harmony last week, and we have reached again a new all-time high today on the Bitcoin chart, which is extremely, extremely bullish in all honesty. Now I know this is just the BTC chart, and not the USDT chart. On the USDT chart, we still have not passed or gone past the all-time high. The all-time high was around 38 cents. Right now, we had reached the highest was around 36.5 cents. So relatively close. We haven't surpassed it, at least, compared to the dollar. Um, but we're extremely close. Um, Now the question is, will it go past the all-time high, or where at least will it meet resistance there and drop down? I am not 100% sure. In all honesty, I mean, no one really knows what's gonna happen, but there seems to be a lot of resistance around this area, and I do feel like it will at least hit between the 38 to 40 cent range if this is not the top yet. If we end up pushing past the 36.5 cents, then we might hit around the 38 to 40 cent range. Um, and then possibly drop down, unless it's a strong push, But I'll give you the reason why I don't think it's if it goes past the all-time high, I don't think it's gonna go that much higher. And I'll give you my reasons why, mostly because of the indicators and moving averages that I'm looking at. But well, we're extremely close. I have no doubt in my mind that we're gonna surpass the all-time high soon. It's just a matter of are we gonna do it this week, next week, in a month or 2 months. Um, right now on the daily, at least on the USDT chart, the RSI is getting close to overbought levels. Same thing with the Stochk RSI is getting close to overbought levels. We did get a buy order yesterday, a buy signal on the Cypher B. Um, the if you I don't know if you guys could see here, the volume it has actually been increasing. So there's a lot more people interested in these price movements, which is pretty good. That means there's a lot of interest in this coin, the fact that it keeps going higher. If this was reversed, if this was the volumes were higher up here and then went down, then I would say that maybe we won't pass the all-time high. But I do think we're gonna pass it, if not this week, next week. But I think it's gonna be pretty soon. If we go on the BTC chart, we are overbought already on the RSI. Stochk RSI is still not there yet, similar to the USDT. Also got a buy signal on the Cypher B on the uh, Harmony Bitcoin chart. On this one, like I said, this one we do have the all-time high beyond that. But let's go back onto the USDT one and look at the weekly. So on the weekly, same thing, like it's not overbought as of yet. So that still shows that there's still potential to go higher this week. And this is the reason why I feel like sometime this week or next week we should pass it unless something major happens again and Bitcoin drops significantly, and scares the market, and there might be some sell pressure there on the coin. But right now it seems to be relatively strong compared to other coins, especially since people are very interested in layer one, layer two blockchains because of how long it's been taking and what Vitalik Buterin said about Ethereum 2.0 only being about 50% done, and so on. So people are looking at other blockchains as of right now. Um, this is the 2 weeks. So yeah, the 2 weeks still has, like I said, potential. There's a buy signal. So not, all the way up to the 2 week, the day to the 2 weeks, there's not much difference. There's still some room to go up. But the one that really has me concerned is the monthly and the 2 month. The reason why is because if you see here and here and here, we're pretty far away from the 8 EMA on the monthly charts. Let me try to see. So if we actually test it from where the line is up to here, this is about a 390% up. It's probably gonna be from here to here. It's 157%. And here, we didn't even touch it. 65%. So it's been dropping almost half each time. Um, and we are pretty extended in my opinion. Um, I do think obviously like it could still go a bit higher. The one coin that I bring out a lot that's just surprised people was the Decentraland. The Decentraland was a dollar 50. I'm not 100% sure how when it was. Um, and then it shot up all the way to like $6, which was insane. Even though it had reached overbought levels and stuff, it just kept going higher and higher and higher. And this was when Facebook announced like the meta and stuff like that. So, but we are overextended though on the monthly. We're pretty far away from the moving average. And as you can see, when we tend to get very extended from the moving average on the monthly, there's a pullback, and that pullback we either go back to the 8 or the 20 or the 21 and then bounce from that. So same thing here. In the month of October of last year, we shot up pretty far from the moving average, and then we came back down and tested again these moving averages. And now it seems like we're all, again, reaching that overbought level. I mean, overbought, over extended, I guess, from the moving average. There's still a chance that it might move higher. Maybe past the all-time high, and then once it reaches that 40 cent to like 42 cent range, we might come back and there might be another significant drop on the coin. Obviously, no one knows the future, so don't quote me on this, not financial advice, but just compared to the previous price movements, that's most likely what's going to happen because we are pretty extended from the moving average. The 2 month, yeah, on the 2 months, we got overextended, came back and touched the 8 EMA, got overextended, came back and touched the 8. And again, like I said, we're very overextended. Here we have, like, I think this is the first time we open and there's a gap here. Well, there's not a gap per se on what usually people consider a gap, but there's a gap here between the 8 EMA and the price that it opened on this month. So I just feel like it's gonna pass, the all-time high, and it's just there might be a slight pullback and retest that moving average. Um, on the Bitcoin chart, it's extremely overextended. Uh, I think this is the USDT wasn't, the most overextended one, but on the Bitcoin chart, this one seems to be the one that's mostly, it's pretty big percentage, 105%, yeah. So just be cautious, like manage your money properly. Obviously, this is not financial advice, but once if it does pass the all-time high, just know that I don't think it's gonna go extremely higher. I don't think it's gonna go from 38 or 40 cents all the way, to 80 cents or a dollar. Like I think there's gonna be resistance between the 40 and 50 cent range, mostly between the 40 and 45 cent if it does go past the all-time high and then come back down and settle down a little bit. But that'll be it for this video. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace.